Now we can discuss this theory with respect to or in terms of path difference. We all have phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda path difference. So in reverse order, we can see that the path difference will be definitely lambda divided by 2 pi into phase difference. So in previous sessions we discussed that when delta, which is the phase difference, it is equal to 0 or 2n pi, the intensity of the resultant wave will be 4 times the individual intensity, where I0 is the intensity of superposing wave. Then it is the condition for constructive interference or brightness. A constructive interference. In the previous lesson we are denoted this as 4 times intensity as brightness. This brightness is responsible due to the constructive interference. That means two waves are constructively interfere to produce a brightness. The condition for this constructive interference is the phase difference between these two waves are 0 or 2n pi. Then the path difference corresponding to this constructive interference will be lambda divided by 2 pi into 0, which is equal to 0, or lambda divided by 2 pi into 2n pi, which is equal to 2 pi and 2 pi get cancelled, n lambda. That means if the path difference between these two waves are integral multiples of lambda, where n can be is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., integral multiples of lambda, then these two light waves will constructively interfere and produce a brightness. So the path difference for constructive interference comma phase difference will be equal to 0 or 2n pi, and path difference will be equal to n lambda, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Then what about the darkness? Then what is the theory? What is about darkness? For darkness, we have discussed that the phase difference between these two waves are 2n plus 1 pi, or odd multiples of pi. Now at this condition, darkness position, the intensity will be equal to 0, which is the minimum intensity, and this darkness is, we were saying that we can say that this darkness is responsible for a destructive interference. If the superposing waves will interfere destructively, it will produce a condition for darkness. So now we can check that what is the path difference corresponding to this. Path difference will be equal to lambda divided by 2 pi into phase difference, that is 2n plus 1 pi. This will be equal to pi and pi get cancelled, 2n plus 1 divided by 2 into lambda, or we can write it as 1 n plus half into lambda, or or 2n plus 1 lambda divided by 2. So this is the condition for darkness, that is destructive interference. So for destructive interference comma phase difference is 2n plus 1 pi and path difference is 2n plus 1 lambda divided by 2, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Now these phase difference or path difference are calculated at the position of the interferer, so position of superposition. That means for the case of Young's double slit experiment, we can see that two slits are producing the light waves, and these two light waves are interfering at the screen. So this phase difference and path difference are measured at the position on the screen itself, not at the position or intermediate positions at anywhere, but the phase difference and path difference are measured on the position on the screen itself. So at the point of the screen, if the path difference between these two waves are interfering, these two interfering waves I mean the path difference between the superposing waves at the position of the screen is equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, then that position of the screen will be dark. And at the same time, if at some position on the screen the interfering waves will produce a path difference of n lambda or integer multiples of lambda, that position of the screen will be bright itself. Okay, so such that the interference pattern is produced on the screen. We can see that this position of the brightness will be, brightness positions are, if n is equal to 0, it is 0, lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda, etc. Similarly, this darkness position is n equal to 0, then this lambda divided by 2. Now n is equal to 1, 2 plus 1, 3 lambda divided by 2. N is equal to 2, 4 plus 1, 5 lambda divided by 2, and etc. So on checking these two bright and dark conditions, we can see that in between any two bright bands there is a dark band, and also in between any two dark band there is a bright band. This lambda by 2 and 3 lambda by 2 are 1 lambda by 2 and 1 lambda is in between this lambda by 2 and 3 lambda by 2. This is half lambda, this is 1.5 lambda. So 1 lambda is in between half lambda and 1.5 lambda. So in between any two bright fringes there is a dark fringe, and also in between any two dark fringes there is a bright fringe. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the energy distribution in the interference pattern. First, before going to the lesson, the first thing we have to remember is that energy of an electromagnetic wave is nothing but half into epsilon 0 E square, C square. So this is nothing but the intensity of the wave. നമ്മൾ ഇൻറ്റൻസിറ്റിയെ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇൻറ്റൻസിറ്റി ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ഹാഫ് എപ്സിലോൺ 0 സി ഇ സ്ക്വയർ എന്നാണ്. ദിസ് ഈസ് ദ എനർജി ഓഫ് ദ electromagnetic wave itself. So we can say that the energy of any electromagnetic wave is nothing but the intensity of that wave. Intensity of wave. So here we are already state that the intensity of a superposed resultant intensity of two waves after the superposition is I1 plus I2 plus 2 I1 I2 under root cos delta, where delta is the phase difference. Now let us consider two waves. First one having intensity, or two waves having same intensity. So I1 is equal to I2 is equal to some I0. These waves having two waves having intensities I0 are superposing and producing a interference pattern. So the resultant intensity of the superposed wave will be I is equal to I0 plus I0 plus 2 into I0 under root will be is equal to I0 itself cos delta, or this is 2I0 into 1 plus cos delta. By using the trigonometric relation, 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square of theta by 2, or 1 plus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta. Applying this trigonometric relation here, we can write it as 2I0 into 2 times cos square delta divided by 2, or which is 4I0 cos square delta divided by 2. Now it is the general form of the intensity of two superposing waves with same intensities. So these waves, if we are plotting a graph between intensity I0 in the y-axis as well as the delta in the x-axis, we can see that this graph will be something like that. This is the graph obtained by plotting the distribution of the intensity or energy of the interference pattern by using delta in the x-axis as well as I in the y-axis. So we can see that this graph is a cos square variation, there is no negative term. So the intensity distribution curve or energy distribution curve is a cos square variation curve. The curve is varying in accordance with the cos square term, cosine square, and also this maximum in energy is varying in between a maximum value of 4I0 and a minimum value of 0. The maximum value is 4I0 and the minimum value is 0. So the graph is varying in between 4I0 and 0 as the variations of cos square terms. So if now if we are going to obtain the average value of the energy, average value of energy is nothing but the average value of intensity itself. So the average value of intensity is equal to the average value of 4I0 cos square delta. So if you are looking for that, the average value of 4 is 4 itself, average value of I0 into average value of cos square delta. So we have that the average value of the square of the sine or cosine of any angle is nothing but it is 1 by 2. So here the average value of cos square delta is 1 by 2. So if we are substituting the average values, we can see that the average energy or average intensity is 2 times I0. Now the average energy is 2 times I0, where I0 is the intensity or energy of the superposing individual wave. Now we can see that here we are using two waves of intensity I0 and we get a maximum value of intensity for I0 and a minimum value of intensity 0, or by superposing two waves of energy I0 we get a interference pattern or superposed wave with energy 4 times the individual energy, and at some other position the energy is diminished to 0. Now if we are adding the individual intensities of the superposing waves, you will get I0 plus I0 is 2I0, This 2I0 is similar to that of the obtained average value of the energy of interference pattern. So, average energy is similar to the sum of the energies of superposing waves. Here, if we are adding the intensities I0, that is the intensities of superposing waves I0 plus I0, which is equal to 2I0, and we get the same value of 2I0 as the average energy, that is average energy of this distribution. Okay, so from here we can see that there is no creation of energy takes place, or there is no creation or destruction of energy takes place, but the energy is simply redistributed between a maximum value of 4I0 and a minimum value of 0. So, from the process of interference, the interference is definitely in accordance with the energy conservation laws, law of conservation of energy. Interference is definitely obeying the law of conservation of energy. There is no creation or destruction of energy takes place due to the process of interference, but the energy of the superposing waves get redistributed in between a values for I0 and a minimum value of 0, so that you will get the average energy is 4I0 plus 0 divided by 2, which is equal to 2I0 itself. So, the average value of energy and the sum of the energies of superposing waves are similar. So, there is no creation or destruction of energy, but the energy redistribution only takes place.